Hey guys, in today's video we're going to be looking at the shear feature within FlexiPRINT. But before that, let's have a quick intro first. So today's video can be found on softwaretraining.co.za. We make short and easy to watch problem solving videos, and we also have daily updates. Now if we get into the program, so like I mentioned, we're going to be looking at the shear feature. It's pretty straightforward. There's two ways we can go about it, but in my opinion I would say stick to the actual freehand transform way. So it's freehand and the DesignCentral, but let me just show you the difference. So I'm going to create a shape. Let's make a rectangle so it's easy to understand, and then select it with our selection tool. And now in order to shear it in our freehand, what we want to do is double click this shape. We've selected it and we've got these four rectangles on the corners, or four squares. That means this is currently into the scale mode. So if I double click it, you will see now we have rotation on the corners, and in between we have the shear. So now if I over there, you can see we can see shear horizontal and shear vertical. But if we go to our DesignCentral on the second tab, under rotation we have the shear here, but you will notice it only says shear horizontal, which means if we adjust this, we'll only be doing it on the horizontal, not the vertical. So if you want to do vertical, definitely do it on the freehand transform. Now in order to shear it, I can simply click on this icon when my mouse cursor changes, hold the left mouse button and move this left to right. You go up and down, but it doesn't really matter if it's on horizontal. And you can see we get this little preview of how this shape is going to be sheared. If I leave it, it will adjust it to that. Now on our actual DesignCentral panel here, we can see there what's happened. Rotation 0, shear is 52. So obviously now you can go and make this 50 or so forth. And so for horizontal, you can easily do it DesignCentral, but once it gets to vertical, it gets a bit complicated. So I'm going to undo this, get back. Now, in order to do a vertical, like I said, we're just going to be doing it here. We're going to hover on the right, and when we click and drag, it will update it for us. But something you might notice, let's just move this one a bit closer. I'm going to zoom in so we can nicely see. So now, like I mentioned, if I do it on the horizontal, the rotation says 0. If I do it on the vertical, you can see our rotation updates as we shear this. So that is something to keep in mind, especially when we get to the negative, it gets confusing. Positive, it kind of stays exactly the same, but it just increases the rotation. So that's why I say if you want to do vertical shearing, just do it on freehand. Makes more sense. Otherwise it'll get very confusing trying to calculate all of that on the DesignCentral. If I undo this, now like with rotation, scaling and so forth, you can also constrain the shear. So if I go to shear mode, double clicking, keep shift in while I do this, you will see now it constrains it to 45 degree shear. So if you have a specific shear you need, you can always go edit on your main menu, preferences, and then under our general tab you'll see here we've got constraint angle. So you can always come and set this here to exact mount. So let's say you wanted to do something else, you could just change it here, and then when you shear and then you keep shifting, it will constrain it to those angles. But yeah, otherwise that is it on shear. It's pretty straightforward. To get it, obviously select your shape, go to arrange. Okay, no, don't do that. Sorry, I was running through a previous video. So what you do is to get the shear, you just double click your shape, and then you have the shear option here on the control nodes. So you can see there for horizontal, vertical, you do it bottom or top, doesn't really matter that much. But yeah, otherwise in the meanwhile though, if we head here to softwaretraining.co.za, you guys will notice we've got a variety of different softwares we do cover, and you can also isolate your search here on the top right. If you do not, however, find the training videos you're looking for, just simply go here, request the training video, fill in the mini form, and then we'll do our best to try and make that for you. But otherwise, thanks guys for watching, and cheers.